She was very upset that day. Who said that childhood friends were going to come to Father's house. In the evening, along with her family, there was a lot of chatter going on about her still coming, and that too to stay for 2 days. Her mother was babbling like Mange. Mother was not happy either. But seeing Father's condition, these two had to keep silent. Dad was doing up and down all day. Pick it up. It will sweep away. They were giving instructions one after the other from morning. She was starting to gossip, thinking that where are the guests coming from? Why should I do my running? This was not her nature. But after a few days, she was on vacation. She wanted to spend the holidays relaxing. What's the use of babbling now? Those people will come in the evening. I got a call from them. Now I had to prepare in vain. So her mother got upset and started working. Finally, around 7 in the evening, his ride came, along with the family, wife, son and daughter. There was tea and water. Had a little chat. And then she and her mother started cooking in the kitchen. The couple were childhood friends of father, so they and their children had a good conversation. On the one hand, memories were unfolding in the hall, and on the other hand, mother and daughter were cooking in the kitchen. At that time he came in and said, "Auntie, can I have some water?" Mother's hands were full of dough, so she said, "Adu pani de jeera." Shall we give them Aditi Saad in the middle of the fridge? Walk in the fridge. Aditi, who was at the bowl, quickly washed her hands. And she moved her braid back over her shoulder as she walked over to the fridge and opened the fridge door. As he was standing right behind her, her thick long straight braid brushed against his chest and it was printed for 2 seconds without her noticing it. She took out the bottle and poured the water into a glass and held it in front of him and drank the water as he took the glass and watched. Pay her full attention. This picture was Salunkhe family, Ashok Salunkhe, Asmita Salunkhe and only one article Aditi Salunkhe. This family had their house in Kheri village of Stari Taluka of Goa. Kheri village is decorated with greenery. It is decorated with beautiful scenery. Even in the month of May, it has rained for 2 days. The wind was blowing in the house. As it was May. And Aditi had her college vacations. So she was relaxed. Sometime before a year the running visit was coming to stay for 4 days. Ashok Salunkhe's childhood friend Ajit Marathi. Wife Ankita Marathe, daughter Deya Marathe and son Rohan Marathe, had come. His daughter was working after completing her education and son Rohan was in his final year of engineering. All the congregation finished their dinner and went to sleep. Aditi fell asleep immediately after working all day. She woke up early in the morning. and heard a humming sound in her ear. She removed the dirty sheet to see who was talking so early in the morning. And King and Aditi's father were standing in the courtyard chatting. Both of them were busy talking and Aditi was enjoying watching him. His broad chest, Dankat Bahu, the smile on his face, and watching his mesmerizing face, Aditi was slowly falling in love with him. Then 7 o'clock in the morning, and everyone got up and finished their bath at sea, and sat down to have breakfast. Aditi's mother said on that, "Aditi, go and first sweep and wipe the floor properly. The window of that room is stuck. Put some oil on it and open it. Why, see who wants to go to sleep." Aditi asked her mother. Mother said to Rohan, due to his college studies, he brought his laptop with him. It was your father who told him that you should sit on the floor and do your studies. That means no one will disturb you. Blessed are your mothers and fathers. First she got up from there and went to Mardi. A few more garbage notes on Mardi. Earlier she was sweeping occasionally. She took Mardi to restrain her because Mardi was big and it would have taken a little time to restrain her. Just then there was a sound of someone coming in. As she was standing, Rohan came up. Aditi says you have only come up. I was going to tell you after cleaning. If you are bothered by dust then you should go down. I will call you later. No, don't, I will stay here. Let me know if you need any help. Speaking like this he stopped aside. No, you are a guest of our house. If I tell you about the work of our house, I will have to eat vada. Saying this, Aditi was smiling. He was mesmerized by her smile. She gave him a chair to sit on and she went to the other room and started sweeping. Rohan went near the window and was trying to open the window door. Did Rohan say yes? Doesn't this window open? No, isn't it? She puts oil. I open. She ran down to fetch oil. Hey, where do you go? She even went down to think. A bottle of oil was brought along with water and a cloth to wipe the floor. And sat down and started mopping the floor. Both of them had a good chat. Her smooth movements, talkative nature, her round face, rosy cheeks, pink lips, a long pointed nose and numerous facial expressions. He was filling his eyes. Meanwhile, her bun came loose, her dark hair fell below her waist. Her hands were wet, but what to do if the hair had to be tied? Meanwhile, he came from behind. Oh wait, I will help. So he took her soft silky hair in his hands and for a moment was enveloped in the sweet smell. What about hair tie? He wakes up with her voice. Allah. Yes. Sorry, you said you meant to call you in trouble. Let it be, but I thought it was strange. But I am younger than you. Manli. Rohan ho. How much younger will you be? Aditi, in 2 years. You would be fine with me. They tied her bun. Aditi, oh, you can become so nice that you can tie a bun. I thought being an engineer meant you were only into machines. But you can tie such long straight hair buns. Rohan, what's so special about him? I worked in plays when I was in college. I was his hairstyler. I worked. She started going from all the 3 rooms upstairs. At that time Rohan wait. This window had to be opened. And it is yes, come on now, I leave the oil and then open the window and give it to you. First I climbed up to open the window and put oil on the window. Since the window had not been opened for a long time, it was well packed. And she was pushing hard from the stool. As the ground was wet, the stool slipped and Aditi Dhadkan was about to fall down when Rohan caught her like a detached flower. Both were mesmerized by each other's touch. She entered into Rohan's embrace. As soon as they both looked at each other, she came to her senses and immediately ran downstairs. In this way, the secret of both hearts was revealed in front of each other and the time to confess their love soon came. After finishing lunch, her dad said, "Go for a walk along the river in the evening. If you have a boat, take a round trip." It was time to go back home after enjoying the river in the boat. Then everyone back home at that time. Rohan said, "I want to shoot some photos. So can I wait?" After Ro asked that. First her dad said, "Okay. You stop and do a photo shoot." And also told Aditi that you stay with him and show him all the place. Told her before that. And they leave from there. There was no one there. They both entered each other's arms while watching the sunset on the river bank and both of them confessed their love. After that, I walked around and took photographs. And chatting sweetly about the future life. Reached home in the evening. Both of them behaved in front of the house that nothing happened between them. After dinner, Aditi and Vaishnavi were chatting. Mother called her first. Both Aditi and Vaishnavi went inside to Mother. Mother said Rohan is asking to sleep upstairs. So take him upstairs to bed. Talked to her like this before. She lowered her neck, she shook her head, and she took the bed and went upstairs. Rohan was nowhere to be seen. Before she called out, he came from behind and hugged her. "Oh, what are you doing? If there is someone else in my place, why can there be someone else? Since coming, I have been humming the sound of your cries in my ears. When you came from the stairs, your cry was telling me that Aditi is coming now. So how can I miss it?" Separately she walks out of Mithi's embrace. "And put it on the bed and sleep now." Aditi spoke as engineer sir. Rohan says earlier, "Our night is last night. and we will leave tomorrow. You come here tonight, I will wait for you. She looked back at him and went downstairs. She got up slowly after everyone slept, went to the upstairs room. They had left the doors open, and was waiting for her, sitting in front of the window. And a gentle breeze from the window was touching the cheeks of Rohan and Preeti. Witnessing their love, the moon was watching them. And both of them were holding hands in each other's hands, resting their necks on his shoulders. Aditi will leave tomorrow, and when will we meet again? She was asking in a deep breath. Why are you crying, mad woman? Have I walked far out into the country? I will go to Mumbai. Will I take my time and come first, Madhi? Don't worry, he explained to her. So she kissed him and they both sat in peace. The night came to an end. Then she went down and the next morning they all left. A few days later the summer vacation ended. Aditi started going to college. And they kept talking on the phone. They used to meet after 3-4 months. Sometimes he would come and sometimes she would go back to meet him for this trip. Sometimes they both went for a walk. Sometimes Ganesha for marriage. For Diwali. He used to come and go to her house before. 4 years passed Aditi like this. It was the final year of MA and Rohan was working in a big company after completing his engineering. After 4 years of meeting together, one day she asked him, "Don't you think you should give me a surprise gift?" He said, "You don't like gifts." "No, there is nothing like that. Something should be given to keep as a memory of you." "Well, lady, am I going to give you such a gift, or I am going to give you a gift that you will not forget for the rest of your life? Soon you wait." And she thought he was talking funny. "Okay," said Dad. "I'm leaving now, I'm late." Both of them leave. Aditi has completed her education and is looking for a full-time job for 2 to 4 months. One day Aditi was going for an interview. Mom and Dad started talking. "Mom, I am looking for a job." "Don't wait." The mother said that she can do a job even after marriage. Can't she do it if she has a good son? Then she left without giving any answer. Hearing all this, she was very tensed at first and said first to Rohan, "To inform that my parents are ready to see the place." So she took the phone and called Rohan. She called 2 or 3 times. But Roni did not pick up the phone. She thought he would be at work, so she started her work first. After coming back in the evening, she called him 2 or 3 times. But he did not pick up the phone. After that she also messaged that my parents are preparing for my marriage. So you come and meet me once. Aditi sent a message saying reply to me, but she did not reply. Earlier, the tension was increasing, and the mother's desire to find her son-in-law continued. Aditi has now got a job. And already, routing is in progress. I used to go to office in the morning and come in the evening. This is how her routing goes on. Even if done for 15 days. Rohan did not reply her. She didn't even call. She was scared earlier. What to do now? Why is Rohan not picking up my phone? She thought that Rohan cheated me. And even after a month, there is no reply or phone from him. Earlier she was very tensed and parents said Aditi is very nice boy, very beautiful and educated. It's a good job. And if you are suitable then we will marry you to him. First I turned the phone to her mother Aditi as she wanted to see the photo. She refused. I don't want to see the photo. That said, Aditi called Rohan back later that day. And the messages continued. But there was no reply from Rohan. At first she was very tired. She thought Rohan let me cheat. It is in the mind of the parents. My parents raised me as a child. That photo thinking that I should behave as they want. She got ready for marriage without looking. And after 15 days, the date of marriage was fixed. And all preparations were going on from parents. Previously last message to Rohan that I am getting married. I will not call or text you after this is my last message. Have you forgotten me? After the message, call the message. After the message, call the message. The reply did not come. So first she decided to marry the boy shown by her parents. Everyone got ready. Aditi did not see the child and first she was trying to recover her mind on the wedding day. Hoti Dari Mandap stood. All the guests came. And the chirping of the children was going on, the coming and going of the guests, flower garlands, and the bustle of women sitting in beautiful saris. Everything was going on, but earlier the displeasure that was inside her was visible on her face, but she was smiling as she didn't want to displease her parents. Seeing him, her tears of joy did not stop. She cried a lot, and was distracted with joy. She was surprised that she thought, am I dreaming? But it was not a dream, but I wanted to sleep as you were telling us. Rohan hugs her happily and they get married happily. And how did you feel about my surprise gift? After asking her, Aditi's tears of happiness did not stop. This is how her and Rohan's life started. So friends, let us know how you feel about our story by commenting.
Friends, if you like our story, please like, share and subscribe to our channel and leave comments. Thank you.